Hello, and welcome to this video. Okay, whatever. This video is going to be a different video. I'm going to be talking about very serious topics that I have written down in my notes. And as you can see by the title of this video, it's going to be about Matthew Gray Gubler, and this is going to be a first video in a series that I'm gonna make, because Twitter is a horrible place. I think everybody kind of already knew that, but just want to state that again, because there's so many allegations, issues, and I just want to go through everything that I wrote down, and also all the things I'll be talking about will be linked below, because there's two Twitter threads that I will be linking down in the description, so you can read it in full thing, because I will, be talking about certain things in it. So if you want to read everything in its entirety, you can look at the threads that I'm going to leave in the description. Now, the first topic is something that, like I said, is going to be very sensitive. So if you don't want to hear me talk about allegations of SA, if you know what I'm talking about, then please skip this part of the video, or just don't watch this video right now. You can watch the other ones. So basically, apparently there's a lot of SA allegations that have been around Matthew Gray Gubler for a long time. I couldn't really find any of the older ones, but from the thread that I'm looking at on my computer again, they have been debunked by, I guess, evidence that fans have found. And he had wrote a tweet about that, but it's just that's the first part of the essay allegations that he had, that he said something about. He said one tweet about the whole entire thing, just one tweet. So I will get into what he said in a second, but I want to talk about what I saw posted yesterday, actually. Okay. It was posted yesterday, but a lot of the replies are kind of like into today. And I saw it because, I don't know if you know how Twitter, how like they recommend certain like thick tweets to you by like topics that you follow. So that's how I got recommended this. And it says, I know this is overwhelming, but I don't want to see anyone in the future say that she lied about it just because she deletes her accounts and said this. So basically, to kind of explain from what I saw from my perspective on Twitter, is that there was a girl, there was apparently, I think she posted like 2 videos. I only saw the second one where she had replied to a comment that I'm guessing was on her first video. All her socials and everything's all been deleted now. But basically what she said was she had an experience with Matthew Gray Gubler when she was 16 years old. She didn't explicitly say what the experience was. She just said that she had a bad experience when she was 16, and she said that he was like around 33. But other tweets have said that if she was 16 at that time, he would have been like 25. So there's that. And there's also been not really physical evidence that she has deleted everything. You can't really see the tweets and stuff that she put. I don't think there's not a way to see tweets of someone who deleted them unless you screenshotted them. But yeah, she deleted all her social accounts. And she basically never, like I said, she never explicitly said that he SA'd her, just that she had a bad experience as people ran with the fact that she said she had a bad experience and she stated her age. And she said that she told an adult about the situation, but the adult dismissed her. And when people on Twitter are saying people are not really believing her, and there's also people saying that she has also lied about another celebrity in the past, Dylan O'Brien. She also lied about him S-Aing her in the past. But there's no proof to back that up, but that has been a lot of things that people are saying. So I'm going to read what she posted in a pinned comment on her TikTok. This is a screenshot that I'm reading from the Twitter thread. She says, "I can't take these comments anymore. They're killing me. I'm going to delete my account soon, but don't take that as she's admitting she was lying. Choose not to believe a victim if you want, but don't attack someone and say things like you should have known better at 16 or you deserve it. I'll leave this up for a bit for people to see that I'm taking down my account and never speaking up for myself again, because apparently it leads to this. Again, me deleting my account is not me taking back my story and admitting guilt of lying. It happened. I just can't deal with these comments." So that's basically what she was saying. The video is also in the thread, so everything, all the information, it should be in the thread. So if you want to watch the video for yourself, you can. But basically, she didn't really say much, didn't really provide any evidence, and I'm pretty sure like SA is one of the most difficult things to prove, because a lot of times the victim doesn't have a lot of evidence. So it's definitely hard to really try to like believe her, because there's also, innocent until proven guilty. There's also apparently proof that she had done this to other people before, and there's also other people saying that when she had deleted her account, she had said it was all like a dare, she had did this before. So not really sure on that. So it's really hard to believe what she's saying, especially when I watched the video earlier. It really, like, her mannerisms and her tones didn't really seem like she cared about what actually had happened to her, if it happened. She was more worried about saying, oh, well, he's in Criminal Minds now. I see him everywhere. He has a fan base. She more sounded like a hater and or someone who just wanted to, like, him to not have a fan base, basically. That's kind of like what she sounded like. That's kind of what I got from the video, and there was people on Twitter who said that they have had experience being SA'd, and they said from their experiences that that's kind of sketchy, how the way she's acting in the video, like smiling and stuff. And also in the video, when she mentioned what happened, like, I get, like, it's her story, she doesn't have to say anything if she doesn't want to, but my issue is, why bring it up if you're not gonna say what happened? Like, I feel like if you really wanted to say what happened, you just would have. So she basically just went on and just said, like, oh, like, I'm not gonna say it on TikTok, I'm not gonna say this and that. And then she ended up just deleting all her social apps. So, ouch. I don't know what's up with that. So that's basically it for the essay allegations that were debunked, which I didn't really know much about because I couldn't really find any about those. Like I said, they were debunked. And this is the most recent one. Now, going back to this other thread, actually. This thread was made August 10th, 2020. And it's a thread of all the problematic things the criminal minds cast as a whole has done individually and explains why they are problematic. So that is what I'm going to be going through in my series on this. So this video is just about Matthew because this video is probably already going to be really long. I'm just talking about this, but I'm trying to keep it short and sweet. And basically this whole entire thread involves racism, cultural appropriation, homophobia, lesbophobia, ableism, SA, misogyny, mental illness, and discrimination. So, here is the tweet that I mentioned earlier about him addressing the SA allegations before that were debunked. He said, "This is incredibly disturbing and completely untrue. Thank you for everyone for researching the facts and helping debunk this upsetting rumor." I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible because I am a fan of this person. That's why I wanted to make this video personally. But, so I don't really want to speak. Oh my gosh, my whole laptop just fell down. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. I don't really want to speak on the SA allegations that much because, I don't really have evidence of that. I don't have evidence disproving it, and I don't have evidence that's proving it, So I'm just going to kind of state, that's what happened, and anybody can form their opinion on that and decide how they want to think about that. So basically the next thing is the lesbophobia, I believe that's how you pronounce it. The person who made this Twitter thread is a lesbian, a part of the LGBT community. And she was basically saying she was personally offended by what he had wrote. So I'm going to read a piece of this. For any people who are fans of Matthew Gubler, you probably know this that I'm about to read. You probably know what I'm talking about. But it's something he wrote talking about a girl that he would be interested in, who he would be interested in. He wrote kind of a list of characteristics and things and stuff that he would want in a girl, basically. And it was this specific line in it that a lot of people didn't like. So let me go through right here. It says, "I am dubious of actresses, felons, and lesbians, but don't want to rule them out entirely." And that's the part that people have issue with, because they're saying that he compared felons to lesbians, and also that he's perpetuating a stereotype that lesbians are not really lesbian and just girls that haven't been with the right guy yet. They're saying that he perpetuated that stereotype. So there's that one, and then there's another thing right here where he posted a picture. It was January 13th, 2016 probably, and because it says, I've got a good feeling about 2017, so either 2017 or 2016 that he put this, but I know it was on January 13th. And it's a picture of him with glasses, and then he made a second tweet that says, "In reference to that photo I just posted, I used to be lesbian." So that is the second thing that's there. And the third thing, it says 7 seasons of really weird hair, and it's just little drawings of hairstyles, and then little like names of the hairstyles under it. And one of the hairstyles was named the Slick Ushemi Lesbian. So, yeah. So basically, my opinion on that is, honestly, I'm not lesbian. I'm pansexual, but I'm not lesbian. But kind of like my little opinion of that is, I honestly don't think he meant harm by that per se. I think that he basically kind of just made like a joke that didn't really fare well, you know. I think that's it. I didn't really think that he meant or really thought that deep on what he was saying on that. But I mean, anybody could have their own opinion on that, but that's how I feel that he said that. So, you know, if there's any lesbians out there that have an opinion on that, I would love to hear your opinion in the comment section below. That is pretty much it, I think, on the lesbianophobia. And now we kind of get down to just homophobia, because he made a tweet in October 7th, 2009, stating, when asking friends if my magenta bear is too gay looking, I was told no, but you do look like Faye Dunaway. And like I said, same thing with the lesbianophobia thing. I think that it was just not something to be taken too serious, something that was very light, you know. I don't really see, like, you know, me being in the LGBT community, I didn't really see that as offensive reading that now. And I feel like that's just something that someone could kind of like nitpick and just feed into cancel culture about. I don't really feel as though that was like a big deal. But the person who made this thread is saying that it was a very insensitive tweet. And it's insensitive because, once again, he's stereotyping gay people. And he's also implying that gay looking is a bad thing. Disgusting. I don't really think he was implying gay looking is a bad thing. I just think he was just asking, you know. But, I mean, like I said, I'm really open to hearing your opinions down in the comment section below. And hopefully we can have a discussion about it. Okay, the next topic that's talked about is the ableism. And there's a video on the Twitter thread, and it's a video of Shamar, and I guess they're on the set of Criminal Minds, and in the background you can hear Matthew say, "You're so R-word." And I guess people don't really like that, which I totally understand. I don't think people should use that word. You know, it said he used that word in 2018, and 2009. And it's basically just this video right here. And then it's also said in the thread that he signed on to a campaign to stop celebs from using the R word. And around that time, apparently he was still using it, like I said, 2009 and 2018. So there's that. And my opinion on that is, I don't think what, you know, he did was right, you know. And I don't want to like be like one of those people like, oh, it was a different time or something like that. But I do think that that was like a long time ago, and hopefully he changed in some way and hasn't been using those words. I haven't heard anything on the internet have him using those words, I think it would be all over the internet if he was still using those words right now. So I feel like that's something, maybe he should speak up about and like maybe kind of like talk about, including everything else. I feel like he should kind of like make a big response and just talk about everything that people are trying to like cancel him over, and just kind of like talk about it, maybe apologize for some things. Because I feel like honestly, like, he's only given one response, and that was to the debunked SA allegations. Throughout this whole other thing, he hasn't said anything. So I think he should probably speak up and say something. And the next part I want to talk about is apparently body shaming women. And that's where it says, now here's an example of Matthew body shaming women. Many people are saying his intentions were pure and doesn't make this okay. And basically the person's saying, he explicitly said that thin women aren't real women. Which, me reading this, I read it over earlier, but I'm going to read it to you again, and then I'm going to tell you my opinions on it. I've seen so many beautiful curvy women gain success in Hollywood and then wither into bobbleheaded stick figures in some grotesque attempt to fit a revolting Hollywood trend. I like real women, not broomsticks that Hollywood has been selling lately. And my opinion on this is, I get what he was trying to say. Maybe he could have worded it a different way or something. Either way, I feel like people still would have been mad. But what he's trying to say is that he hates the stereotypes that Hollywood has with women. They have to look a certain way, have a certain very skinny body type. He wasn't shaming women that are already thin. He was just saying, like, it's sad how people who have regular body types, nothing wrong with them, they're a little curvier, a little on the bigger side, but they're still beautiful. But they go into Hollywood and they have these stereotypes and this pressure to be like, oh, I need to be smaller, and they kind of just get really, really small to the point where sometimes it's kind of like, okay, So I kind of get like where he was coming from, I definitely did think he had pure intentions with this specific tweet right here. And this was, yes. And then this is one of the almost last ones. We're getting close to the end. This one is making fun of schizophrenia. And it's basically him tweeting January 18th, 2017, saying schizophrenic or like schizophonic. And On the Madness starts February 1st on CBS at Jane Marie Lynch, which is, if you don't know, Criminal Minds. Jane Marie Lynch portrays Matthew's mom in Criminal Minds, Spencer Reed. Whatever. So that he said that, and I don't really know what to say about that one. I don't think that he had bad intentions with that. I think it was maybe just a joke. It didn't really play out well. Like a joke you say, you're immediately kind of like, oh, maybe I should have said that, But I don't really think that he meant like anything bad from it, if he was making fun of schizophrenia or anything like that. I really don't think that was his intention. And then he did it again, said schizophrenic cool mom is back. Episodes 13 to 22 of this season are going to be bonkers to the max. January 18th, 2017. So there's another tweet about that. And like I said, I really don't think that he meant anything by it. he was trying to make fun of people who have schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a mental illness, and that's a serious thing. So I really don't think that it was his intention to do that. And then there was another video, and apparently there was a tweet that was deleted, and it was basically more, I guess, essay allegations and groping, apparently. But the tweet was the person who had shared the tweet, because it was quote tweeted by the person who made the thread, and the tweet was deleted when I went to see it, so I don't know anything about that or what's going on with that. And one of the last things is just a video of him saying, "Is this too gay?" while picking out potted plants on his little documentary thing that he did for Criminal Minds, the Untitled documentary or something like that it's called. And he was picking out the potted plants, and it says, "Is this too gay?" while like picking out one. Like I said, I think that was a joke. I don't really think that it really meant anything, really. You know, there's a lot of times where I say things are too gay or something like that, but I guess it's different when somebody who's not a part of the community says things like that. It's like, it's different, you know. Like if I say, like, "Oh, haha, this is so gay," or something like that, like it doesn't really, it's not the same when I say it because I'm a part of that community. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening. So like I said, I feel like he should just address some of these things. Well, not even some, all of it. Just address it, just talk about it, make a video, something. I feel like the silence is just making the situation worse. But I mean, this thread was made in 2020, and all of the articles I've seen about like some of the stuff, and it's basically just repeating the same things that I just said here. It's all been 2020. The only thing that has been brought up in 2021 was the essay allegations of that girl I said who deleted her accounts. That has been the only thing that I've seen from this year. And the very last thing I want to address was an assumption a lot of people had, and that was he was dating a model named Charlotte Kemp Moe. Dang. My bad. Almost shot my laptop again. Anyways, as I was saying, there was rumors that he was dating that girl, and apparently at the time, it was said that the girl, they first appeared in 2004 together, and apparently they said she was 16, he was 25, and the final appearance is when she was 17, like a public appearance, I believe, at some type of event. But she was born in 1987, and I did a little math on a little book thing right here, and if I'm correct, she would have been 17 in 2004, which doesn't make it any better, but not 16. So that means the second appearance that they had together, which was their final appearance in public, she would have been 18. And she actually addressed the rumors back then and said they had never had dated at all. He's not a pedophile, which I don't believe he's a pedophile. And basically saying that if anything, she would have been the one to make a move, but not him. You know, it's basically just saying false rumors. They were only friends, and that was it. So that's all I have on Matthew. This video is already going to be like 30 minutes long. Probably could maybe fit some other people in here, but that'll make this video an hour long. So basically, I'm just going to tell you the other people Criminal Minds going to talk about. The next video we're going to talk about is Paget Brewster, Shamar Moore. One thing about Thomas Gibson, I'm going to just say it in this one. I don't really need to make a full video on that. There's nothing really information on Thomas Gibson, just that he had a DUI apparently. That's the only thing that was said about him in the thread. And the next person to talk about is Aisha Tyler. And that's pretty much it. AJ's fine. I haven't heard anything about AJ, so that's good. But yeah, I feel like everything just needs to be addressed by him. Maybe make a video, like talking, like a long statement, something. You know, just saying something. But I honestly wholeheartedly hope, not just for him, but for the victims and or victim, that essay allegations aren't true. But honestly, we probably never would know, since the latest victim allegedly has deleted all of her accounts, and it said that she's done this before. It's just a lot of things that make it hard to believe what she was saying. And then there's also I feel like innocent until proven guilty, but like I said, it's hard to prove essay allegations to be true because of lack of evidence. That's the one thing that everybody's skeptical about, is the evidence and the fact that there has been people who have made allegations against her before that have been debunked. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I just really wanted to address that. I haven't really seen anybody really talk about the situation and the allegations and stuff. I don't really know. If anybody did, I don't know. I don't really know if anybody has ever spoke on this before, but me as someone who's a fan, especially a fan of Criminal Minds, even though I haven't finished it, I think I'm on season 11 or something. I didn't never finish it, so I got to the part where Reed was going to be in jail, and I don't know, it just kind of scared me, I guess, and I just kind of stopped watching. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you whenever I make the next public video. I'm gonna try to be scheduled. Maybe I'll keep this out because it's currently 11. It's currently 11:22, almost 11:30 p.m. right now. So it should be Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Okay. And Sunday in about 30 minutes it's gonna be Monday. So maybe next Sunday. Hopefully. That's what I'm gonna say. By next Sunday, I want to have the video out. This video is probably going to be posted Monday. Yeah, this video is probably going to be posted on Monday. So, yeah, I'm going to say next Sunday, I'm going to film it and then have it up by that other Monday. Yeah. Anyways, bye. Hope you have a great night or day or anything. Please give this video a like if you like it, a thumbs down if you don't. Leave comment suggestions of other things you would like me to talk about. Honestly, because there's so many things that have been going on lately with YouTube. Shane Dawson coming back, James Charles coming back. So many things. So, yeah. Bye.